Hey, my fellow anglers and friends, welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for everything fishing. Today, we're diving deep into the forecast for New Zealand on an exciting day, the 21st of September 2025. This isn't just any spring day, friends. It's a day when the waters truly start to awaken and the fish, after their winter slumber and spawning duties, are hungry and ready to play. We've got some interesting weather patterns shaping up across the country, which means for us, the prepared angler, there are some serious opportunities to be had. Stick around because by the end of this you'll know exactly where to go, what to use, and why this day could turn into one of your most memorable fishing trips of the year. Let's cast out and reel in some knowledge. Now let's talk tactics for our finned friends. For the adventurous spirit heading out this Sunday, you'll want to focus on a few key species that are really coming alive this spring. First up, our beloved trout, both rainbow and brown. Spring, especially September, is prime time as many sea-run brown trout are moving back into full feeding mode in shallower waters after spawning, and inland lake trout are aggressively chasing baitfish towards the banks. In the South Island canals, the rainbow trout spawning season is ending, and these fish are still catchable, often in excellent condition, by methods like egg rolling. My advice? Look for them along lake edges near river mouths where they transition to saltwater, and in the shallows where baitfish are abundant. For gear, spinning with small, brightly coloured lures or soft baits can be incredibly effective, especially in warming waters. If you're a fly angler, woolly buggers, streamers, and nymphs, particularly for those late-spawning rainbows, are your go-to. These fish are often spent from spawning, but are incredibly hungry, making them easier to tempt. Next, let's target the feisty Kahawai tirig. These strong fighters are starting to show up in good numbers around many river mouths and coastal areas in September, hot on the heels of whitebait runs. Keep an eye out for flocks of diving birds like terns, as they often mark Kahawai shoals. The Waimakariri river mouth, for example, is a top spot when the outgoing tide is strong. Grab your light spinning gear or even a saltwater fly rod. Small metal lures, soft plastics, or a well-presented fly can lead to some exhilarating hookups. For those venturing into coastal waters, kingfish and snapper are definitely on the radar. Spring heralds the arrival of snapper in greater numbers, and hard-fighting kingfish are in hot pursuit of baitfish. Look for spring hotspots to start firing up. Kingfish can be in peak condition before they're spawning, so be sure your tackle is up to the task. These fish will test your limits. Jigging, live baiting, or large stick baits are excellent choices for kingfish. For snapper, soft baits, ledger rigs with pilchard or squid, or even straylining a bait near structure will do the trick. And let's not forget the humble but fun to catch freshwater perch. With the slight increase in water temperature and baitfish activity, freshwater perch become much more active in September. Lakes like Forsyth and Waihola, along with many slow-flowing streams and coastal lakes in Otago, have good populations. These fish often shoal, so when you find them, you can catch them in good numbers. Ultra-light gear with small, soft plastics, worms, or even tiny spinners will be perfect for a lively day of perch fishing. Now for the nitty-gritty, our conditions analysis, which, as you know, dictates everything. Weather-wise, New Zealand in September is transitioning from cooler winter days to milder spring temperatures. On Sunday, the 21st of September 2025, we'll see some regional variations. In Auckland, on the North Island, expect fine conditions turning cloudy in the morning, with northerlies becoming strong. Temperatures will hover around a pleasant 17 degrees Celsius during the day, dropping to 13 degrees Celsius at night. Further south in Christchurch, it's a different story. Partly cloudy with rain developing in the afternoon, accompanied by strong northwesterlies turning into gale northeasterlies. Temperatures here will reach 19 degrees Celsius, cooling to 6 degrees Celsius overnight. This variability means strong winds could create choppy conditions in some areas and push baitfish closer to shore in others, while rain could slightly colour up rivers, making natural baits more effective. The atmospheric pressure, while not explicitly detailed for the day, is generally stabilizing after winter, which is a good sign for fish activity. Water temperatures. Across New Zealand's coastal waters in September are still on the cooler side, averaging around 15 degrees Celsius in places like Auckland. Inland lakes and rivers are also gradually warming. While not quite swimming weather, this gentle warming is crucial. It signals to fish that spring is truly here, increasing their metabolism and prompting them to move into shallower feeding grounds. This is why we're seeing increased activity in trout, perch, and coastal species. As for the way moon phase, the 21st of September 2025 falls on a new moon. This means the moon will be almost entirely unilluminated with 0% visibility. Popular fishing lore often suggests a slower bite during the day on a new moon due to the sun and moon being in alignment. However, what it does mean is a darker night sky, which, while great for stargazing, won't directly influence night fishing by moonlight. The new moon does correlate with stronger tidal movements, which can stir up bait and encourage feeding, particularly for saltwater species. So, for our coastal Kahawai, snapper, and kingfish, those stronger tides might just work in our favor. Considering all these factors, the warming waters, the increased metabolism of our target species, their post-spawning hunger, and the favorable tidal influence of the new moon, my overall assessment for fishing in New Zealand on the 21st of September 2025 is good to excellent watai, with some regional variations. The hungry trout returning from spawning, coupled with the awakening coastal species, means there's a strong likelihood of success, especially if you adapt your tactics to the local weather. So, my friends, that's the lowdown for Sunday. I wish you all tight lines and nippers off. Go out there, enjoy the beautiful New Zealand spring, and make some incredible memories. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more forecasts and tips, and tell me in the comments below. What are your fishing plans for this weekend, and what's your favorite spring catch in New Zealand? Share your wisdom, and let's keep this awesome community thriving.